Well, growing up, you know, I always used to tell myself, I used to tell my parents, you know, I'm gonna live on a big house, on the lake. And then when I got the opportunity, I always lived downtown. You know, my first 3 years being here, I lived downtown. And being from Los Angeles and the big cities, Indiana's not so much, you know, the downtown is not what attracts, you know what I mean? So, you know, I wanted to fulfill my dreams of living on the lake. And then when George, you know, told me about, you know, the Geist area, you know, and I was able to go up there and see the area, I fell in love with it the second, you know, I was in that area. And then, you know, immediately I was looking for a house, you know, and I ended up with a great deal. Well, this is my first, you know, summer being up there. But since I've been there, they've been real, you know, helpful, real interactive. Just the other day, I have a lady that lives right next door to me. She was in catering. So she came by, brought me lunch, dessert. I mean, it was just incredible. And then throughout the whole time, I have little kids knock at my door, you know, giving me gift bags and snacks, treats. So it's been great since I've been there. Not really, not really. I mean, the only concern is just, you know, them coming at the appropriate times. You know, but I don't really have no concerns with it. I mean, I put it on Instagram, so I'm aware that people know where I live. You know, but as long as they come at appropriate times, say hello or whatnot, I'm fine with it. I mean, everybody told me about, you know, the restaurant there, and you know, one of the main attractions was the Sundays, the rehab. You know, so I kind of caught it late, you know, so I wasn't able to go to it, but it just made me want to check it out on a regular day and see what it was like. And, you know, I'm a huge fan of Italian food, and so it was right up my alley, right down the street. So I went to check it out, and, you know, I fell in love with the chicken Alfredo they have. We had the similar stories. You know, growing up, my sister was the big-time basketball player. You know, the town favorite. Everybody knew. Growing up, I was Teosha's little brother until I kind of came into my own. You know, but I was Teosha's little brother, and it's the exact same story. You know, so I kind of do just fall into, I guess, history repeating itself. Yeah, I'm still getting up and running. I think I'll get my boat going into the next summer, you know, because I didn't want to get a boat now and then it starts getting cold, and I just didn't want to deal with all that yet. You know, so going into next year, you know, I'll have a boat, you know, maybe a couple of jet skis or something like that for people that want to come over and, you know, kind of hang out. I get that a lot. I get that a lot. You know, I see the pontoons, big parties, pontoons, you know, come and wave, and, you know, good luck, Paul, and, you know, we're happy to have you here. You know, so it's great being out there. I mean, I just love the city. You know, anywhere else, you know, it's a lot of main distractions and, you know, side stuff that can get you away from things. And here, I mean, the city loves basketball, the town loves basketball, the state loves basketball, and it's not much for me to get in trouble with. You know, I have my time if I want to go out and, you know, have a good time, but, you know, it shouldn't be where you work. You know, so that's how I looked at it. It's got a lot of attraction still, you know, and plus the lake, you know, you can't beat it. I couldn't beat it. Well, my dad, he wants to move in. I mean, my dad's been a big-time fisherman. That's the reason why I love it, because I've been fishing since I was a kid. So, you know, the second I was looking for houses in this area, you know, he wanted to tag along and help find a house. You know, so he's been loving it. Every morning I wake up, I see him on the dock fishing. So it's been a win-win for the whole family. Yeah, George actually owns the boat, and I'll call him up sometimes. Hey, George, let's get on the lake. He'll come drive his boat over to my dock, pick me up, and we'll go, you know, out for the day and you know, do our thing. Despite that, I still think people still are looking ahead of us. You know, I don't think we're still being taken serious, but we know how special this team is. We know how good this team is. You know, all we got to do is continue to stay within ourselves and go out and play basketball like we always been doing. Yeah, and you don't find that a lot on teams. Here, you know, everybody talks to everyone. Before we step on the floor, I think everyone's had a conversation with everyone on this team. And, you know, we genuinely care for one another. We want the best for one another. We push one another. And that's the reason why, you know, we've been so successful without having, you know, big time, you know, superstars or whatnot. It's all about us just being on the same page. It would be pretty cool. You know, I would love to reach out to Andrew and, you know,
go to Bella Vita.
Go to Bella Vita. You know, we can go out, go to Bella Vita, have a nice dinner or whatnot. You know, kind of just throw the sports out of there and, you know what I mean, chill as gentlemen. My dog actually fell into the lake the other day and George had to save it. Crazy. And it's funny because he disliked water. You know, he's the last one that'll get in the water, but I don't know how he jumped in. He just did. And, you know, thank God George was there. I wasn't there at the time. Thank God George was at my house, and he was able to save it. I try to keep it my focus. I try to keep my focus. You know, it's cool to have, you know, girlfriends, you know, but I try to keep my focus as much as I can and really just, you know, keep my eye on the prize. I mean, I love it. I enjoy being out there. You guys are friendly. You know, if you guys have the time or would like to come by and say hi and hello, make sure you bring some food. Just a welcoming for myself, but you know, thanks for you guys' hospitality.